So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now the stories I wanted to cover today includes more news that went live over the weekend confirming a previous leak, God of War Ragnarok is getting hyped by the dev team, and PlayStation VR2's controller could be the best this generation. First, what's your current hype level for God of War Ragnarok from 1 to 10? I'm currently at a 10, just because Kratos has been my guy since 2005 with the first game. I'm beyond excited to see where his journey goes now, but that's just me. What about you guys? So comment below, from 1 to 10, what's your current hype level for God of War Ragnarok? Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the first story of the video, PlayStation VR2. Reading from WCCF Tech, the curtain on PlayStation VR2 seems to be slowly coming down as more developers discuss its potential at GDC 2022. Speaking to the official PlayStation magazine though, Polyarch principal engineer Brendan Walker talked excitedly about the PlayStation VR2 controllers, the very first thing unveiled by Sony about the new virtual reality hardware. I'm so pumped about the new PlayStation VR2 controllers because we finally have a set of high quality VR controllers. I think that they have the potential to be the best in this current generation for a couple of reasons. We've had to design a game that works single-handedly with the DualShock 4 or dual-handedly with the PlayStation Move. So now we have 2 proper hands, and what can we do with that? Their design for the tracking rings was super interesting. You'll notice that it's more towards the back of the hand, and one cool implication of that is that it means it's easier if you need to have two-handed interactions that are closer to each other. You can do that because the tracking rings aren't going to bump into each other. So that's pretty cool. You can get higher precision interactions. Walker, who worked on Moss and the recently released Moss Book 2, also praised Sony's decision to add foveated rendering and eye tracking to the PlayStation VR2 as it will greatly benefit the system's performance. It turns out that there's a narrow window in the human eye. The field of view is where you're focusing your attention, and you can actually put most of the detail there and then have lower resolution outside of that. So we are actually wasting a lot of rendering horsepower without eye tracking and putting detail where there actually doesn't need to be as much. It's funny because it's one of those things that engineers are excited about. We can improve performance and increase fidelity, but when it's working right, you won't notice because everything that's outside of your peripheral vision, you won't realize its lower resolution. It was smart of Sony to lean into this on console because you have this hardware that hopefully is around for quite a while, and in order to eke out as much lifetime out of it, you need to be able to optimize where you can, and this is another axis of optimization. So there's not much to add to this. The controller aspect is solid to here, getting more precise tracking for your hands when they're closer to each other should help for things like switching weapons or items between hands and have that look more natural in game, because sometimes right now if you try to do that, it looks like wonky, it just kind of fidgets a bit. Outside of this, we know about foveated rendering. We've talked about it on the channel a bunch of times, but it's nice to hear a developer's point of view, their excitement for PlayStation VR 2, to hear their impressions. It seems like we keep hearing more and more from developers, which hopefully means this thing isn't a year out from release and hopefully releases this year. Now diving into the second story of the video, new news confirms more so a major leak from last year. So last September, Nvidia's GeForce Now had a data breach leak which brought with it a list of unannounced games and a bunch of PlayStation games coming to PC. Nvidia downplayed the list back then, saying that it's only used for internal testing and these games don't necessarily exist. Since then, more and more of these games on the list have been confirmed to be real games. God of War, for example, coming to PC, true, it happened this past January. The GTA Remastered Collection, that was also confirmed and released last year. This list has a lot of more games that have been confirmed since then to be true, but this past weekend we got more games that are confirmed true, with Kingdom Hearts 4 and Final Fantasy 9 Remake getting finally confirmed. I'm talking about this for 2 points. Point 1, the PlayStation releases on this list includes the likes of Returnal, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Forbidden West, GT7, Demon's Souls, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, and Ratchet & Clank. We don't know if that's Rift Apart or Ratchet & Clank 2016. Games like Ghost of Tsushima are years old, but a game like Horizon Forbidden West just came out recently. originally. The Nvidia leak had it tagged for PC for September of this year, but it's been noted that this date is before Horizon 2 was delayed. It was originally meant to come out last year in 2021 for PlayStation 5, so this would mean that Horizon 2 could potentially come to PC in 2023. A 1 year only on PlayStation deal could be the ongoing trend, but that would also mean that Returnal should be coming to PC by the end of this month, or possibly not long after that, but it hasn't even been announced for PC as of yet. I don't think Sony wants to set a predictive trend telling PC gamers just wait a year, but who knows? The second point is Helldivers 2. This list is being pretty credible at this point, and the Helldivers Twitter account teasing something last year tells me this is happening. And if you look at their job postings, they're hiring for a third-person co-op shooter. Helldivers 1 is an over-the-top arcade co-op shooter. It seems like this studio is getting the Housemarque treatment, moving from arcade to full-blown AAA. I wouldn't be surprised if this game does well, that Sony picks up the studio Arrowhead Games not long after, similar to Housemarque. We'll see how this goes, of course, but you guys let me know if you're okay with new PlayStation games releasing a year later on PC or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, God of War Ragnarok hype. So I'm not sure what's been happening recently, but the devs behind the game have been more vocal on social media, and with rumors of the game being revealed soon, this could be a sign we're not far off. We first have Christopher Judge here, obviously Kratos himself, saying this recently: "Can't wait for folks to see how calm and reasonable we are." This clearly is from the trailer and what Thor says in it to Kratos. We also had an artist for the studio, Melissa Smith, say this: "Last day with the big guy and team. It's been a great few years working side by side with so many passionate and talented colleagues. Transitions are bittersweet, but I'm excited for what we've accomplished in that time and can't wait for the release of Ragnarok. Thank you, Sony Santa Monica." This is another tweet pretty much pointing towards the game being done. Beyond those, we have another developer, Ruben, who's the lead destruction artist on God of War, say this: "She loves playing the new game, but since I can't show that footage, I'll show her playing the last game. She loves watching the trailers, so told her let's play today." It seems like he's talking about his daughter in the video, who's playing the new game, which is clearly referencing God of War Ragnarok. This had to be the biggest tease I've seen from these Ragnarok Twitter posts, these Twitter dev posts, these hype posts. That somebody is playing the game, that somebody is playing Ragnarok, and I can't play Ragnarok right now. The more interesting thing about these posts is that they all went live on April 8th or 9th this past weekend for some reason. Now, I'm not sure what Sony has planned and when they do plan to reveal more of Ragnarok, but hey, it's another week, it's another Monday. Something could happen this week, and it should, or sometime soon it should, since the game is confirmed for this year, and it's been so long since we've gotten anything new for Ragnarok. But you guys let me know if you see God of War Ragnarok getting more shine soon or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is the body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "We need more Ragnarok." This is self-explanatory. Obviously, we need a release date, new trailer. If you want all of that, destroy the comment section with "We need more Ragnarok," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.